Well, I'm on my way to Knotford Lagoon, and this is a road between Poole and Otley. As you come along the road, there's this castellated wall on the right hand side. Where the wall ends, there's a road on the right. This is the old Otley Road, and you turn right down here. After about half a mile on the right hand side, you come to the first of the entrances to the Knotford Lagoon. And this wonderful gate. So this gate has at the moment, has a combination lock on it. I'll talk more about the locks later on. Let's move on to the main car park, which is a bit further on. Big squally rain showers going through today, so it might be interrupted. About 100 yards further on, again on the right hand side, you come to the main car park, Knotford Fishery. Again, it has a combination lock on it. And I'll go in there and park up. Wait for this squall to pass and the sun to come out. Well, when I was last here in 2005, this was an absolute tip of a place. The improvements have been absolutely dramatic. It's been 2022. That's very pleasing. Let's see what improvements have been made around the lake. Well, I'm here at Knotford. The sun makes an occasional appearance and it disappears. Once you get through the main metal gate, there's an otter fence right round this place. And there's a second gate which you have to go through, and it's not locked. As it says there, all nets and slingers must be dipped on entry. So this is Knotford Lagoon, and there are 3 parking places. This is the west side. There's a little promontory and an island. This is the east side. And one seems that's the south side. And this is just a panorama of the lake. It's big. Much bigger than any of the other Leesd still waters. It takes about 20 minutes to walk right round, just to give you some indication of the size. And there are the Fishery Rules. I'll just go down them and you can read them yourself. And it says there, when weather permits, cars are allowed to headland swamp pegs and must enter and exit by the waterworks gate only. So this is my first view of Knotford Lagoon, a former gravel pit. One of 2, the other one belongs to another angling club. And you see the water, remarkably clear. Lots of Canadian pondweed growing on the bottom, which will oxygenate the water. The car park is there, and I'll make my way round the lake clockwise. It's a specimen lake. It contains lovely carp and tench. In addition to bream, there's some big pike in here, and the usual small silvers. I think there's roach as well. There are no day tickets, you have to be a member to fish here. There's a tethered horse here. The horse doesn't seem to be any bother. A flotilla of geese. They'll probably make their way out of the water as I move along. A large swan making its way across, not wildly happy. Chase all these geese out of the water. These geese have very young chicks. Not very happy with the swan being here. Oh dear. I hope it doesn't attack the chicks. Maybe my presence will deter it. Just trying to kill it. Oh, an aggressive thing. That goose isn't going to give up. And so far they seem to have got away, and the goose and the swan's calmed down. It carries out its evolutions. That was quite distressing, that. I thought it was going to kill the young geese. So as I approach the sort of northern end, patch there of reeds, and again all the way around there is this otter fence. Must have cost a fortune. And there's a tethered horse. On the west side of the Knotford Lagoon is this road which leads down to the Otley sewage works, which is here. On the right hand side there is a gate through, and you can access the peg down here by car, although it's a bit tight getting through there by all accounts. Anyway, let's go back through the gate and continue our walk around the lagoon. So come through the gate and just follow this track down back to the lagoon. I just come past the dip tank through this little gap, and there are a couple of cars here, people obviously fishing. Well, I've just come down round the corner, a chap here fishing, been a while. He's had a nice tench. He's just putting out over the lake hoping for a massive carp, and the sun has come out. It's lovely. What a great mass of whirligig beetles down here, all whizzing about. See the clarity of the water. I'm just coming along the side of the lake, these lovely yellow flag. Looking back across towards the car park. It's just coming along the side of the lagoon. And here we've got massive lily pads. The flowers are just beginning to appear. The sun is just beginning to come out as well. Chap fishing over there. Continue along the north side, stick to the path round the lake. Well, at this point the path leaves the lakeside and comes out onto the vehicle track going round the lake. Follow it round, see what it brings us to. Well, the sun is just about to appear. Chap here fishing. The carp has stopped spawning now, so we can fish this little bay. Yeah, it's a beautiful, peaceful place. But so far, just that one fish. Well, the sun has disappeared again. A smattering of rain. I'll just continue walking round to the east side of the lake. At this point, the river wharf, which you can see there, is only separated from the lake by this embankment. And if you look on the map, you'll see at this point, halfway along the north side, there's a promontory sticks out into the lake. And there's a path goes down here to the right onto the promontory. I'll just have a walk down here and see what there is. Just come along here. And there's a boat. Obviously used for raking up weed, I would imagine. Oh, just standing by this little boat, looking back across towards the lily ponds. In this little bay, the occasional fish splashing. So I'll continue along the side of the promontory on this little footpath. Let's come to this peg, this little platform over the water. Looking across to where I've just been. I'll just come along another 100 yards. This is a well-used peg. And father and son over there, new members, which is nice to see. I hope they catch something. And at the end of the promontory, there's a little island. Let's continue around this corner, see where we get to. Sort of island detached from the promontory. And on the end of the promontory another large open space. This is the east side of the promontory. Let's climb up here, back onto the path. So just coming back towards the river wharf and the main path along the north side. Here there's a large turning circle. And the track there leads down to the gate at the southeast corner. And you're only allowed vehicle access up here to drop your gear off. You just take your vehicle back down and through the gate to the parking area. There's some lovely flowers. These forget-me-nots. Big swathe of red campions. Forget-me-nots in the background. And lots of nice birdsong. You can see the seed heads of the willow. The fluff, when you get a bit of breeze, it blows all over the place. And a very interesting caterpillar here. It's a very picturesque thing. It's one of these caterpillars with hairs which cause severe irritation. It's one of these things best not picked up. And there's a lovely bush of broom here. They're amazing yellow flowers. And as you just come further along, there's another one here which is totally different. That's stunning. That reddish lower petals. Gorgeous flower. So they're coming along this track. If you're not familiar with it, be very careful, because behind each peg there's a great lump of stone which is hidden by grass. There are several pegs down the east side of the lake. Showing very grey clouds coming in from the west. And there you can see I'm looking across at that promontory which I've just been on, sticking out into the lake. So alongside this well-used peg is a plant which I hadn't hoped to see, because this is the dreaded Japanese knotweed. Sort of foreign invader, spreads by underground rhizomes. If you get it on your property, it's a nightmare, because you won't be able to sell your house until you get rid of it, and you need a specialist firm to do it. and it can take a couple of years. It seems to have no pests at all. So this is one of the pegs on the east side. And the weather has taken a turn for the worse. This is looking west across the Knotford Lagoon as the rain begins to fall. And as you can see, the wind has got up. Squally showers, real chop on the water now. This is looking across from the east shore. As I come along the track down the east side, I come back round to the first of the gates, which I've passed on my way in. And when you come in through this gate, there's a dip tank here on the right hand side for dipping nets. So this is the other side of the first gate I came to, the one which says private Leesd DASA. And there is a second gate through the otter fence, which of course must be kept closed. And you can obviously park here, but you are allowed to take your vehicle through this gate just to drop off your tackle, and you must come back and park in this place here. So after you've been through this gate, you must make sure this is closed. So from this gate I'll just continue along the south side of the lake. A nice open space here. There seems to be very popular for some reason, and I'm looking straight across at the promontory. There's poplar trees behind. Another nice platform. Just have a look right round while the sun is out. It's a lovely peaceful place, a bit of traffic noise in the background. There's aggressive swans over there. So I just come back along the south side and back to the car park. And this is the peg nearest the car park, which has a nice bench. And just a little bit about the security. At the moment they're combination locks, but they are to be replaced by far more secure locks with individual keys, which you have to buy from the office, the Anglers Club. And they do have night permits here, but there is a waiting list, and you have to pay extra for them. And of course the inner gate through the otter fence It's absolutely crucial that these are closed behind when you leave and when you enter. The last thing you want is an otter in here. And being close to the River Wharf, of course, which is otter territory, they will certainly be around. But if you get an otter in here, you can imagine the damage it will do. And you can imagine the difficulty of removing it, because they're obviously a very protected species. I suspect you would need special permission to do anything about it. It's been a lovely afternoon at Knotford. It's the biggest of all the still water fisheries which Leeds have. And as I say, it contains some wonderful specimen fish. Well, this is the last of the Leeds DASA still waters, having visited all 7. Well, they seem to have something for everybody. Pleasure anglers, match anglers, specimen anglers, and young kids. Anyway, from Knotford Lagoon, take care. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.